Coming up? You coming up? If you okay, come on. It's up to you. You can take a break if you want. Okay, that's fine. You recording? Thank you. I appreciate it. Pretty easy gig, right? All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Mr. Dickerson filling in this week for Mr. Barchi, me and my students, and Mr. Fisher from the Apopka Chief here. Kind of got a slightly downscaled production going on. We're kind of improvising here with some basic tools, but definitely want to bring you the action as best we can so you can support your Mustangs. Varsity girls are taking on West Orange tonight. Wekiva already came out and got a three-pointer right out the gate. Had a great game just earlier with the JV girls. Thought West Orange was going to make a comeback there in the last few minutes. Ended up being 38-36, down to the buzzer. It's like Wekiva is going to take this in here. Let's see if another three-pointer. Gonna miss on that one. A little miscombobulated there. Looks like she almost lost it. They're gonna go for the layup. And West Orange gonna make it 3-2.
So as we get started on tonight's game, of course, West Orange and Wekiva for many years were in the same district. So even though they're no longer in the same classification, so no longer in the same district, still a geographical rival between these two teams. Wekiva coming in at 11-3. Inbound, Holiday with the spin, no go. And ball will remain with Wekiva, 3-2. 6:18 into the remaining in the first quarter. Neil Fisher along with Mark Archie.
Nope, Dickerson.
Dickerson, excuse me, Keith Dickerson.
Mark's usually here.
Yes.
It's me and some students here with Mr. Fisher tonight.
As Eads draws the foul. She'll go to the line looking for her first points of the night. So, of course, Keith Dickerson is the broadcast production teacher here at Wekiva. And he usually handles the video side of things. Tonight he's stepping in for Mark Barchi, who is out due to COVID this week.
Usually the face for radio is what the kids call me. So okay. even better to stay off the mic.
And Eads makes one of two free throws. That brings us to 3-3. West Orange looking to take their first lead of the game. They will not.
I'm going to get that back. If you're in the chat, love some friendly trash talk with one another. Appreciate you guys watching virtually. I know the whole year has been kind of wacky with COVID, and there's like limited ticket sales, and some nights you can't go no matter what, unless you're a direct family member. So thank you to all the friends, family, and community members still watching online, trying to do the best they can to support us.
That's Tuesday dropping the 6-footer from the baseline. And that puts Wekiva ahead 6-4 again. 5.5 remaining in the first quarter. Oh, over the top pass. Great defense by Smith. Getting a hand on that ball and disrupting the timing on the other end. Wekiva.
Butterfingers on Holiday there. Do some subbing there, it looks like. I know one of my students here was kind of predicting, obviously biased because he goes here, that we would have a huge lead, but man, the JV game ended up being down to the wire.
Yeah.
Expecting the same here for varsity?
Oh, absolutely. Both these teams are always ranked, state ranked. Like we said, they used to be in the same class and district, but the rankings have not changed.
24 going to go for a layup. Bounced right out.
We'll remain with West Orange. 6-2 is actually the score. 4.5 remaining in the first quarter. Neil Fisher, Keith Dickerson bringing you the action on the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network. Over the top, we're going to go baseline, back up to the top of the key. No good.
Look good. Not good.
And Halliday in the right place at the right time. Smith, of course, she joined the 1,000 club points for career a couple weeks ago before the break, and she'll stop, hop, and drop.
9-2 now.
And Smith.
Oh, wow.
Smith with the seal. Great anticipation. An easy deuce for Wekiva. That takes the lead to 11-2.
That was some Pippen Jordan throwback there.
And again, Halliday pulling down another rebound.
How about another three? And how about it? 14-2, and we're going to take a timeout on West Orange.
An 8-0 run for Wekiva, and that causes the coaching staff for West Orange to say, let's take a break and talk. 3:45 remaining, 14-2 is your score.
We had a quadruple header tonight. I believe all 4 teams were West Orange. Me and the production staff and Mr. Fisher got here for the last 2 games. So thanks for tuning in. You can catch WekivaMustangs.com and then Wekiva Sports and all the social media. Mr. Varsity and a lot of the coaches and staff chip in stats and dates and information for you guys. We'll share some sports that are coming up next week. But we do bear in mind, things changed at the last minute, as we learned tonight. It was actually supposed to be varsity boys and varsity girls playing, but some last-minute schedule shuffling, it appears. You never know anymore, right? So
back to live action, 3:40 remaining.
Saved it, almost went out of bounds.
West Orange trailing 14-2. They just called a timeout. Wekiva running off 8 straight points. No good on the tray. Smith pulling down the rebound on the left block, and she'll come down and set the offense. Pass to the corner to Eads. No good. West Orange picks up the loose ball. They're going to come back the other way. Trying to get the ball quickly, and a foul. It's going to be on Eads.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week. We had JV girls earlier this week, and we had the boys varsity soccer team senior night last night. We're going to conclude the week with some basketball again.
And Eads steps in front of the pass, and she's going to go to the horse. And no bucket, but she does draw the foul. Wekiva with an opportunity to up that lead from 14-2. 3:02 remaining in the first quarter. This is live action from Mustang Gymnasium. West Orange in the orange shirts with the blue numbers. Wekiva in the white jerseys with the maroon numbers. And that's Jada Eads, the team's leading scorer at the free throw line, unable to convert the first free throw. Keeps the score at 14-2. Second one good, so 15-2. A 9-0 run now for Wekiva. They've led from start to finish.
Had a pterodactyl in the crowd, it sounded like there. Holiday.
Yeah, Holiday again. That's her 4th rebound in this first quarter. Certainly doing her job under the board, keeping those glass clean. And we're going to get an offensive foul, so a turnover on Wekiva. Wekiva, of course, comes in with an 11-3 record. Fresh off of the Florida Prospects Holiday Tournament as Eads, again, going 2 for 2 with the turnover. Beautiful dish to Tuesday and score the deuce off the bank.
Gonna make it 17-2 now. Looks like fouling Wekiva there in West Orange favor.
So West Orange at the free throw line. 2:20 remaining. 17-2 is the score. Wekiva's really blitzkrieg West Orange so far in the early going.
Seems to be a trend this season. I've noticed in like the games me and the kids have come to film, makes that second shot 17-3. Wekiva just get off to like a crazy early lead, sometimes double digits.
Yeah, Wekiva's led from start to finish. They scored the first 4 points. Score was 6-2, and that free throw by West Orange snapped an 11-0 run. So with 2:14 remaining, we have a timeout. Coach Butts, Wekiva calling that. And the score remains 17-3. This is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network. And welcome back to Mustang Gymnasium. Neil Fisher along with Keith Dickerson bringing you live action. Wekiva against West Orange, and that's Wekiva.
Little bad limbo action there, it looked like.
Turning the ball over, it's Amari Garden, one of the 2 freshmen in the roster. But one good turnover deserves another. Good hands work there by Smith. And so this is Eads down on the baseline. She will not get the ball to fall, and West Orange will come back the other way. Quick outlet. No good, and Holiday again comes up with that loose ball for 5th rebound.
For those rebounds there.
Moffitt unable to get the falling jumper.
Butterfingers by West Orange.
Wekiva with a 17-3 lead. They've led from start to finish. Wekiva in the white jerseys, maroon numbers. West Orange wearing their traditional blue and orange garb as we go to 1:20 remaining. Smith with the dribble at the top of the key. Eat, stop, pop, and drop. That's a deuce. But nonetheless, it keeps Wekiva on a roll, 19-3, as we approach 1 minute in the first quarter. Smith on defense, pounding the West Orange point guard, giving her little room to operate. Now hands off down to the right wing. And again, great interior defense by Wekiva. Holiday with the rebound and from the baseline.
Oh, pass back to Wekiva there. Keep it alive.
Dish to Smith on the right wing.
Hey!
Score, drain the rain. 22-3 with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Wekiva's come out and dominated this first quarter, no question about it. They've done very little wrong. This is one of the few wrongs they've done, committing the foul. Both teams with 4 fouls, 19 seconds remaining. And we got substitution, Shania McCarthy coming in for Eads. Inbound to the top of the key for West Orange. They'll have the last shot here if they so choose. 10 seconds remaining. West Orange dribbling at the perimeter. They're going to take a shot off the heel. Moffitt with the rebound with 4 seconds to work with. Smith is not going to get the ball off. And you definitely see by her expression she thought she had more time. So quarter ends with Wekiva making a mental mistake, but very few of those mistakes. So dominating first quarter, 22-3 is the score. Wekiva leading from start to finish. We'll be back for the second quarter from Mustang Gymnasium.
I think I had a 8-score run there going on, right?
It was 11.
11, wow. Do some shout-outs here on the chat. I recognize Gwen. She was in here the other night. Thanks for supporting your Mustangs. And then Aaliyah. This is our house, she says. So I'm going to assume she's a Wekiva fan. So just to give you guys a heads up on next week, we're actually going to have some soccer going on Monday. Girls are going to be at home taking on West Orange. Tuesday, boys basketball on the road. They're going to be taking on Dr. Phillips. Girls basketball is also on the road. They'll be taking on Windermere. And then Wednesday, freshman boys basketball at Lake Nona. Girls soccer home at Evans, and boys soccer on the road at Colonial. As always, though, given the situation with the virus and everything, please keep an eye on social media from coaches, teams, and Wekiva Sports, just in case any changes happen last minute. And we're going to try to live stream as much home games as we can to help you guys out and supporting your Mustangs virtually.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Of course, I'm Neil Fisher. That was Keith Dickerson giving you up to date on the schedule as of now. Wekiva begins the second quarter with a 22-3 lead, and Holiday standing strong under the basket and causing the turnover. Well, actually a blocked shot, which I believe then the ball went out of bounds, and refs declare it is Wekiva basketball. So opportunity for Wekiva to continue to increase their lead. They're up 22-3. Smith with the dribble. This is Gordon, unable to get the roll off the basket, and West Orange coming back the other way. So West Orange has tried to run tonight, and they have gotten a fair share of shots. Unfortunately, they just have not been high-quality shots.
Almost just trying to shake off, I guess, the nerves almost. And Smith again, pass inside. This is the layup.
So West Orange still looking to get off the schneid, so to speak. Only been able to put up 3 points. 22-3 is the score. Wekiva leading from start to finish the spin. And no good. Just really great defense for Wekiva. Of course, anybody who follows Wekiva high school basketball knows Tommy Butts. That's his calling card, the defense.
Yeah, and you were giving us a history during the JV game. What a record he's got, man. Completely doing a 180 on our program so many years ago.
So, yeah, of course, Wekiva winning 2 state championships, gone to the Final 4 times, and 6 state Final 4 appearances under Coach Butts.
Ooh, look at the effort by Holiday.
Holiday drawing the foul. That'll be the 5th on West Orange. So West Orange comes in with an 8-4 record. And we mentioned it's very rare that they are not a state-ranked team. Of course, we had about 3 or 4 years in a row where Wekiva and West Orange were both ranked among the state top 10. 2 years ago when Wekiva won its second state championship, they defeated West Orange in the second round of the state playoffs over at West Orange. Both those teams were ranked in the top 10. And to be honest, it was one of those games where Wekiva just found its mojo early and wound up getting the lead all the way up to about 25 points.
Got the second foul there. We're going to make it 23-3. Just under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. West Orange getting blocked everywhere they go.
From the free throw line, no good. Eads, the shortest player on the court, pulls down that rebound, but don't sell her short on scoring. She is the leading scorer for Wekiva. Moffitt unable to get the 12-foot J to go, and West Orange is going to come down to the other side.
Some double coverage there. Oh, out on Wekiva though.
Tuesday with the quick hands, and that's been the story of the game. Not necessarily those quick hands knocking the ball out, but just West Orange unable to have any room to operate. The Wekiva defense has been stout tonight. The drive.
Oh,
Loose ball. Picked up by Wekiva in the travel.
Almost a crawling travel there. She was on the ground.
23-3. Wekiva in the lead. Chance to get it up. Moffitt with the interception to Eads.
Ooh. Back
And
inside.
That's Tuesday making the withdrawal from the bank. 5 minutes remaining. Wekiva 25-3.
What a credit to successful runs going on these first two quarters. Boy. I think that's going to be on Wekiva there, of course.
Fifth foul on Wekiva in this first half. 4:50 remaining. We are live from Mustang Gymnasium. Neil Fisher and Keith Dickerson. As West Orange getting the bank, and that'll cut the lead to 25-5.
It's their first point since the beginning of the first quarter.
Wekiva with a dominating performance. As we're going to drop another deuce. Lead back up to 22, 27-5.
Overshot that layup there.
And so Wekiva will set up. That's Eads. In and out. Doing work under the board, though.
What a rebound. Nice job. 29-5.
Yeah, great work. Certainly that brings a smile, that offensive rebound to Coach Butts. Coach Butts always talking about getting those offensive rebounds and second opportunities.
Going for two here, West Orange. Not sure who fouled her there. Quick shout out, our athletic director, Mr. Biaggi. Multitasking, security, temperature checker. He's running the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, and for those of you who do tune in on a regular basis, of course, our familiar voices, that would be Mark Barchi. He is out this week. And so Keith Dickerson, who's sitting next to me on my right, has stepped in.
We got Andrew Jernigan here too. What's up, buddy?
I'm so far away from the mic.
You're okay. Just grab a seat, man. Just don't mess with Mr. Fisher's stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a system going.
So 29-7, 3.5 remaining in the first quarter. It's actually from Mustang Gymnasium. Eads.
Oh, airball. Whoa, it's still in. Way to keep the play alive. Oh.
Hot potato at the top of the key. West Orange comes up with it.
Mid-range.
Narcisse unable to get the 6-foot J, and Tuesday pulls down another rebound. Actually, that's Tuesday. And now Wekiva goes to work on its end of the floor. Holiday makes the withdrawal, draws the foul, and Wekiva now can take a 25-point lead with 3:02 remaining in the first quarter, the first half. So Holiday at the line, 31-7. Wekiva's led from start to finish.
Got that pterodactyl in the audience again.
That's Eves on defense. Oh, nice pass in the lane. And Walker. It was Burley scoring the deuce. On the other end,
Wow, what an answer to that.
McCarthy, stop, hop, and drop.
West Orange coach not happy right now with the tempo.
I wouldn't be happy either if I was down 34-9.
So 2:32 remaining. Wekiva has led from start to finish. They currently enjoy a 34-9 lead. And for as good as Wekiva's shot in this game, they're shooting around a 55% clip. It's really been their defense which has facilitated the great offensive quality of play. West Orange has scored 3 of their last 4 possessions, but until then, they just had very little room to operate. Wekiva double teaming, great rotation on that defensive end, not allowing any room to exist for West Orange.
Why am I in trouble?
And certainly West Orange has had a very hard time not only being able to operate, but the shots they've taken have been very low percentage.
Get you a quick pose here, Louis.
It's West Orange.
So back to live action. This Mustang Gymnasium is the site. West Orange in the orange jerseys, blue numbers. Wekiva in the white jerseys with the maroon numbers. They currently hold a 34-9 lead.
Number 4.
Smith.
Coast to coast, Euro step. He completes the coast to coast basket.
So Shadaria Smith continues to add to her total. Of course, she is the team's leading scorer throughout the season.
A little bit of a flail there. He's going to get 2 shots at recovering though. Yeah, cheerleaders with their stat predictions again. Wasn't right that time though, Andrew.
See, they were late on it.
Yeah, a
They
little
didn't
late.
get it on time. So, trying to
36-10, make that 36-11.
make it. The game's starting to look a little closer.
Well, don't count them out. That last
You got a chat going.
we do.
Wow.
Thanks to everybody at home participating in the chat.
How many people are watching? You got 27. Registered viewers. Oh,
It's McCarthy with the dribble being pounded.
gets it back. Oh, she falls down. It's a foul. And number 23, West Orange. They lift her up. It's going to be Wekiva ball. Shooting 2 free throws, it looks like. So that means that they're in the bonus. So 1-1 maybe? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
Until 10?
Yes, 10. When you reach 10, then you get the double bonus. 1:39 remaining, 99 seconds.
1-1 is only done in high school, right? Is 1-1 only in high school or is it in college too?
It's at all levels.
NBA doesn't do 1-1.
Yes, they do.
Make that 38-11.
So Baca, a rebound, inbound the ball. Gilliard brings it up, the captain. Crosses midcourt, sets the offense. And not going to go very far. Quick hand. Ball will remain with Wekiva.
This says that they don't do it.
Oh, yeah, the NBA.
Yeah, it doesn't. I've never seen it in the NBA before. But I have seen it in college.
So with 1:24 remaining, West Orange will try to cut into that 27-point deficit. Baca with the dribble, hands off, over to the left. Gilliard, unable to get the tray, work underneath the board. Back to Gilliard, who draws the foul. So Gilliard at the line. 1:05 remaining. This is the Wekiva Mustangs taking on the West Orange Warriors. Mustang Gymnasium, the home facility of Wekiva. An opportunity for West Orange goes by the wayside again. Score remains 38-11, 1 minute remaining. Holiday pulled down that rebound. McCarthy running into contact. She loses the ball. And Gilliard to bring the ball up the other way for West Orange. And Gilliard's going to drive and draw the foul. Both teams are now in the bonus the rest of the way. 41 seconds remaining.
For the naive TV teacher here, when you're in the bonus, it's an automatic foul shot for every foul, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Trying to keep up with you guys.
The 7, 8, and 9 fouls are what's called a one-on-one, which means if you get the first free throw, then you get to shoot the second. Everything after the 10 is a double bonus. You shoot 2 free throws regardless. As basket does not go, 37 seconds remaining. Gilliard, scramble. And that's McCarthy coming up with the loose ball. We come down to the other end. Smith with the quick pass and score it, making the withdrawal.
40-13. We got 20 seconds left.
And just that quickly, Wekiva turns a rebound for West Orange into a deuce. Stephanie White scoring for Wekiva. Saved by Baca. Unfortunately, she probably should have let it go out. That's White to Smith. And making the withdrawal off the bank right before halftime. Smith and Wekiva takes a 42-13 lead into halftime. Wekiva scoring the first basket and not trailing throughout the game. This is their largest lead. And this is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network.
Want to keep you guys posted during halftime. We'll give you some news here. Monday, boys soccer is going to be on the road taking on Evans. Girls soccer will be home taking on West Orange. So the Warriors will be back here on Wekiva turf. Looks like Tuesday, boys basketball is going to be on the road to Dr. Phillips. Girls basketball will be on the road to Windermere. And then Wednesday, freshman boys basketball traveling all the way to Lake Nona. Also Wednesday, girls soccer is going to be home taking on Evans. Boys soccer, that's you, Lewis. You're going to be at Colonial. Thursday, girls basketball is going to be to Mount Bird. Did I say it right again?
Yes, Mount Bird.
And then Friday, it looks like boys basketball at Olympia, boys soccer at Point Siena. Girls soccer is going to be over at University. Oh, I'm sorry. Boys soccer will be home against Point Siena. I apologize. Girls soccer will be heading out to University. Boys basketball home against Olympia. And that is it for that. Just a quick heads up, though. Obviously, with a crazy year we've had this school year, please keep all these dates and times in your mind tentatively. They do limited ticket sales. Direct family and such are invited. But you never know. Things can change. Things can get rescheduled, just like tonight. So we were actually supposed to have boys varsity playing. Looks like some last-minute scheduling this week changed things up. So you got a doubleheader with girls. And freshmen and JV boys played earlier against West Orange as well.
Oh, water polo tournament next weekend, Dickerson.
Water polo tournament? What's going on with that, Andrew?
That's not school related.
Oh, it's not school. Okay, well, don't tell me. I don't want to know. So,
Water polo starts January 11th, so this Monday, in 3 days.
Gotcha.
But I can't make it because I have club. I have my own. Got to get prepared for my tournament. So, I'm excited.
water polo is fun. You guys get pretty intense out there for being in the water.
You need to put a camera out there.
I'm gonna try to make a few. My wife likes me being home, so I try to
Why are you here?
I try to tell her Mark and Neil need me a lot. All right, so
I think you guys have recorded I know Mr. Barchi recorded one swim meet last year.
it's also difficult because I don't think they have internet access out there by the pool, so it does make live streaming and stuff a little more difficult.
No, they do.
It's news to me. We'll find out.
Because I know they have a live stream. They have a live stream for. They had a live stream for our districts.
Okay.
It wasn't Wekiva though. It was just.
You're like an outside company or something.
Mr. Barchi was there, but I think it might have just been like Max Press or something. Or not Max Press.
Iron Sports or whatever. I don't know. Gridiron or something.
What's the one that that you watched the games on?
Oh, the NFHS network.
I think it was that.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll find out. I got some news for Monday.
What's the news?
You ready? For you kiddos listening, we got our last day of testing Monday. So this block scheduling nonsense is going to be over with. You're going to start school in second period. Then you're going to go to fourth period for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh my God, that's PE. I'm going to walk for 2 hours.
You're going to work out for 2 hours.
No, you can't work out. All we do is just
do
walk
some laps
around.
and stuff?
We just walk around. And I don't get it because all the other schools are using equipment now.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe things are going to loosen up as these numbers and everything improve.
No, they're not going down.
Okay, all right. Lunch is going to be normal. You'll be back in fifth period for lunch Monday, and then you're going to end the school day in seventh period. Guess what my favorite class is?
Seventh period.
You know why?
Because you have no class.
It's my planning. So there you go.
What's your favorite class?
I am not. That's like asking to pick your favorite children. So
every person has their favorite child.
Well, right now it's my only child. So there you go.
Do you like your child or your wife more?
I'm gonna say my dog Bowie. So there we go. We named him after David Bowie. I have a dog and a cat.
Remember when you raced me, Dickerson?
No. Why are we talking about this? Anyway. Mr. Barchi has replied to you, by the way. By the way, if you're in the chat, feel free to do some friendly trash talk and shout outs. Obviously, just keep it clean and appropriate, of course. We are definitely going to try to broadcast more water polo. Water polo, not wada. That's my daughter's word for water. Lake Brantley does not have Wi-Fi at the pool. Oh, I'm sorry. Lake Brantley does have Wi-Fi at the pool, but not all other schools do.
Well, we can do at least. I just want to see like one game. I'll tell you the games that we're gonna win. You guys can go.
Yeah.
Because like there's some games that like we have no chance of winning. Like zero chance. Like there's like Olympia and schools like that. They're like state contenders. So.
Who's coaching water polo? Who can I report you to for complaining?
Coach Williams. He doesn't teach here anymore.
All right. You make it out to water polo, Neil?
Yeah, I've made it to a few games during my tenure covering the school.
Come out to one this year. The leading scorer. Yeah. Bro, when they gave me my award for like leading scorer, it had the wrong amount of goals on it.
Did it have more or less?
Less.
Oh, okay.
But they still had me above the 50 mark. But
there you go.
They missed like 5 goals. But like, I was like, all right. And then they had another kid. They had him. They added goals to him. So I think they took goals from me and added them to him.
You got to share the wealth, buddy.
No, I don't. He won MVP. Total BS. But that's basketball.
All right. Shout out. I know this year, like I said, it's been kind of weird. Everybody's kind of trying to shuffle and help out as much as they can. We got Biaggi on the scoreboard. Not only is the athletic director, the temperature checker, the security, everything else he does.
He also says good morning over and over again in the morning.
I think he was teaching at some point this year too. So great guy. Thank you, Mr. Biaggi.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. He wakes you up in the morning, right when you walk into the school.
He's your cup of coffee.
Yeah, he's right when you walk in. He's screaming.
Got a couple of minutes left here in halftime. West Orange making it back to the court. How about those? How's the Magic doing?
The Magic are actually doing pretty good right now. They just lost Markel Fulton. Very bad. He's towards ACL, so he's out for the season. He's our starting point guard. he took over for DJ Augustine, who signed with the Bucks in free agency. But he was always people knew he was going to take over anyways.
Is the one young guy? He landed on his leg in the playoffs.
Jonathan Isaac?
Yeah, is he back? Or?
No, he's still out, unfortunately. And our rookie from last year has just started playing. I don't even know how to say his name. It's like Conway. I don't know how to say it, but he was injured too when he got drafted, or like he got injured very early. The Magic have really bad luck when it comes to their players. They seem to always hurt their knees. Something about Orlando.
It's like you run and jump a lot or something.
That's why aquatics are a great sport. No impact. You'll never see aquatics playing tearing their ACL.
You know what another great sport is?
What?
NASCAR. I just heard some exciting news. Usually, hold on, don't laugh. Usually they start the season at Daytona, and then the next weekend they go to Atlanta. They've completely flipped the schedule this year. They're going to start at Daytona.
You mean start at Atlanta?
No. They're going to start at Daytona. And then the next weekend, they're going to stay in Daytona and do the road course again. So it's not a boring circle. They're gonna do some right turns too. So it's gonna be cool, man. And what's cool about the road course, they can race in the rain, like they did last year. So
sounds fun. Not really though. Formula One is definitely more interesting.
F1's been really cool. Lewis Hamilton.
Doesn't Mercedes always win?
He drives for, hold on.
I'm pretty sure Mercedes wins like every time.
I think Lewis drives a McLaren. I can't remember. But he just passed Michael Schumacher's record. He won 93 races. Michael Schumacher had 92. And cool thing, Lewis Hamilton's a black British guy. So it's cool to have some diversity going on in all auto sports and everything. So doing a shout out to Chadwick Boseman when he passed away. He did like a dedication when he won the race. He did Black Panther, so it was really cool.
That was really sad. It's crazy that he never told anyone.
I think it was pretty honorable, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want the attention.
Yeah.
So, looks like halftime's about to wrap up here.
And we have what?
You got a new prediction? I know you had a crazy one last game that didn't work out.
I don't know. I feel like it would kind of be bad to predict it this late. Like that's no fun.
I don't want to rule West Orange out. Like Mr. Fisher and you saw, they had a crazy comeback in that last quarter. Almost got it down to the wire to overtime.
It was 68. That's a lot of points. I don't see. It's rare that a team matches its like production. Let's go. Oh, they have their starters in. So yeah, 68. I'm gonna go to. I'll just match it 26.
Okay, so we start the second half live from Mustang Gymnasium, home of the Wekiva Mustangs. Neil Fisher, along with Keith Dickerson and Andrew Jernigan.
And Luis Rojas on camera,
Luis
buddy.
Rojas operating our camera. Wekiva with a dominating first half, leading by, actually went into halftime with their largest lead, 42-13. As you just saw, Wekiva unable to score on their first possession, turning the ball over. And
West Orange gets the rebound on that. They steal the ball, called a jump ball. That's going to be West Orange. Calling it outside box, whatever that means. All right, she goes to the basket.
Inbound pass.
Oh, swings it. Another pass. Look at that passing. Oh, but it leads to nothing. Oh, no. Not allowed. Swings it again. Oh, pump fakes. Tries to look inside, doesn't get it. Dribbles. Tries to penetrate. Gets the ball stripped from her. Puts it back out, and it's finally a steal.
That's Moffitt getting her hands on there. And Tuesday brings the ball up, sets the offense to eat. Stop, pop, and drive. From 16, 46-13, as the scoring continues for Wekiva. And by the way, since we were just talking about this at halftime, Hamilton Lewis, the Formula One champion, he's actually tied with Michael Schumacher. Moffitt pulls down the rebound for the most series championships with 7. He does hold the record for most victories with 95. and he's currently is driving for Mercedes, as Andrew pointed out.
Yeah.
He broke in driving for McLaren. So meanwhile, back to action. That's Eads.
Look who's right. I knew it.
Boy.
Oh, it tips the ball. It gets the steal. It's number 4. Pushing it down the court. Oh, tries to go for the pass. They trap her in the corner. Gets the ball. Drives. Ooh, jelly, but it's after the foul. Or timeout, something. After the stoppage of play.
Yeah, that was a timeout.
I don't know
And so we will go to break. 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. 44-13 is the score. Wekiva's led from start to finish over West Orange. This is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network.
I know my cousins are really big into Formula One, so they always say Mercedes wins everything. So I was like, no way a guy with like 90-something wins is not driving for Mercedes. Like, what? Because they showed me the most recent race, and it was like 1 and 2 was Mercedes, and I was like, whoa.
It used to be Ferrari used to dominate when Schumacher
like
drove for him.
Ferrari versus what's that movie called?
Deep Rush.
No, it's called something.
All Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
When the Ford GT took on the Ferrari at the Le Mans.
Have you ever heard of Formula E? It's electric formula. It's like an electric car, and I kind of like that better because all the cars are the same. So there's no car with the super unfair advantage.
Back to live action from Mustang Gymnasium.
Travel.
And that is Canary Holloway caught on the travel and some good interior defense from the West Orange, forcing the turnover. We're kind of leading 44-13.
Elevator screen.
Leading from start to finish. Wekiva scoring the first 4 points. Currently, this is the largest lead of the game.
Double ball screen at the top, but she denies it. Pass it out for the 3, misses it. Wekiva gets the rebound.
Eads with the long pass. That's Tuesday, unable to get his goal, but Moffitt doing work under the board and making the withdrawal from the bank. 5.5 remaining, 46-13. Largest lead of the game for Wekiva.
It's on the screen. Oh, and she travels. Picks up her foot before she makes a move.
The pattern tonight, West Orange making mistakes or missing opportunities.
Well, Wekiva's defense has just been about as good as you could hope for. Very little room for West Orange to operate in terms of space. Every time they turned around, there's been a Wekiva defender in the West Orange face. And that's Eads draining the rain from the left wing. Lead is now 49-13, and that means we are in a running clock. So the clock does not stop except for timeouts in between the third and fourth quarter.
And that would not be reversed if they were to catch up, correct?
No, if the lead does get cut under 35, it does not stop the running clock.
West Orange definitely at a disadvantage now.
Like they didn't have.
Sorry to state the obvious, but
doesn't look like they're gonna come back from this one.
Hey, don't say never. We said that last game, and
okay. I'm pretty confident.
Gordon checking in.
Oh, that's the start of the comeback right there.
Gilliard with the bank. Cuts the lead to 48-15. Of course, Wekiva comes in 11-3. And their story of this season is Holloway dances on the sideline and draws the foul. Actually, it's a charge. A travel. Okay, turnover. The Wekiva story this season is making amends for not winning the state championship last year. They had an 11-point lead with about 11 and a half minutes left. And unfortunately, they let it slip away, and Eli Blanche became the state champion. So certainly it's been the motivation. At 11-3, they are obviously poised to make another run in about a month when the state tournament begins.
Such a heartbreaker too, because several of the girls in my class It was not a good Monday to come back in and try to teach them, of course, especially
No.
after such a great season.
Yeah, well, the Wekiva's senior class last year was the winningest and most accomplished in the history of the program, which is certainly saying something when you consider as Gilliard takes the tray and score it, 48-14. When you consider all the success that Wekiva's had under Coach Butts before that class came in, they were a perennial state championship contender when last year's senior class came in. And they won over 80% of their games, a state championship, and went to 3 state Final Fours. And they just felt like they were destined to close out their careers with a second state championship. Another, perhaps not magical run as Wekiva turns the ball over, certainly a state championship contender from the start of the season.
Who are their 3 losses to?
But certainly it's the way that the best possible way that any player can close out a high school career by winning his second state championship. So Wekiva's 3 losses so far this season have been to Lake Highland Prep, who was ranked number 1 since the start of the season in Max Preps. They lost to Dr. Phillips, which was something of an upset. Dr. Phillips is, of course, always a very good team, but Wekiva was the favorite going into that game. And just a little bit of an aside here as Wekiva turns the ball over again. 3 consecutive turnovers now. Anthony Jones is the coach at Dr. Phillips, and he is the first cousin of Coach Butts. And, of course, their last loss was to Palm Bay, and that was the 3rd of 3 games played at the Florida Prospects Holiday Showcase last week. As we're going to get an injury, and that's Jasmine Boca, the freshman point guard. 1:25 remaining, 48-20. Wekiva's led from start to finish. They scored the first 4 points, and they've led by many as 36 points. We are in a running clock once the clock starts again. And running clock comes into effect when one of the teams has a lead of at least 35 points during the second half. So even though the lead has been cut down to 28, the running clock remains in effect throughout the second half. So Wekiva in the white jerseys with the maroon numbers as Boca is going to be carried off. And you can hear the appreciation from the fans with their clapping. West Orange, of course, wearing their traditional orange jerseys with blue numbers.
We're making Knicks comparisons last game. So
I could also say they look like Florida.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Or
Oh, I'm sorry. Who? Andrew?
Ugh. Yeah. You know, Wekiva kind of looks like the Seminoles.
Yes, they do. So,
some of those games, you know.
Ailey Schick at the line. Trying to cut into that 48-20 lead, 1:25 remaining. Neil Fisher, Keith Dickerson, and Andrew Jergensen. Jernigan, bringing you the vocal action. And give some credit to Luis Rojos. He's been doing some excellent video work. 1 of 2 cuts the lead to 48-21. Smith with the drive, drops it off to Tuesday. Back to Holiday at the top. Smith from the left wing, in and out. Holiday doing work under the board, unable to corral the rebound though. And West Orange will take over as we drop under a minute in the third quarter.
Just passing it to a fan is all.
Gilliard brings the ball up, sets the offense, rotating, perimeter passing, and the tray drops for Jamia James. 48-24, and Wekiva having trouble getting the ball in. Scramble, that's Holiday for Wekiva.
Looks like I was right when I said it's the start of the comeback. Wekiva hasn't scored a point since, and West Orange has scored 11 straight.
So again, if you're wondering why the clock is running, we are in a running clock situation. If the lead gets to over 35 points at any point during the second half, the clock does run. It does not stop. And with that running clock, we are now at the end of the third quarter. Wekiva, 48-24, will return with the fourth quarter from Mustang Gymnasium. This is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network.
Just another quick shout out and thanks to everybody online. Obviously, a crazy, wacky year. Limited ticket sales and direct family members in some situations only being welcome. Thank you guys for logging on and watching virtually. Of course, we want to get things back to normal and have this place packed full of fans and everything. But still, the team and the coaches and everybody appreciate you guys logging on and supporting us.
Like you're a broken record, Diggers.
Well, you know, you got to advertise. You want me to do some Goodyear ads?
Yeah, hey,
Let's go to our Goodyear blunt meal and
do a commercial like I had to do in class. We should air my commercial.
Goodies, the best pain reliever for a teacher dealing with annoying students. So, please though, be sure to keep an eye on our
credit.
Yeah. Please keep an eye on WekivaMustangs.com and all the sports social media accounts, including Wekiva Sports. Schedules are tentative in some cases. Things do change. So we just want you guys to know before you buy tickets and make plans.
Oh. All right, extra credit. What Dickerson gives his students so they go to basketball games.
Well, you know, it would be mandatory in a normal year, but it wouldn't be fair to the kids online. So
yeah, haha. So, you know, I come here, raise my grade. Yeah, I got a 90 last quarter. You know.
So we begin the fourth quarter. Action under the basket, and it's Holiday pulling down the rebound. Yeah, she's over 10 for the game. Had a very strong first quarter. One of the players who definitely set the tone for Wekiva. Pulling down 5 rebounds, and Wekiva leading from start to finish.
Gets the ball hit from her. West Orange running it. Oh, she gets the steal.
Each with the dribble.
Crossover, and that's a foul. Gonna go to the line for 2.
So Eads draws the foul on the drive, showing off some shake and bake. 6:50 remaining. Wekiva up 48-24. Eads the leading scorer for Wekiva, and doing so as a freshman. Shania McCarthy is going to check in. Speaking of freshmen, her along with Madeline Touze made the varsity team as freshmen 3 seasons ago. Holiday taking a breather. She's been big underneath the boards. Eads with 2 from the free throw line, up the lead to 50-24. As we drop to just over 6 minutes remaining in this game. West Orange coming in with an 11-5 record. Always one of the teams that certainly can make a long run into the playoffs.
Got a little tumble there.
But unable to really present much of a challenge tonight to Wekiva.
Pass.
Gordon. Yeah, Smith to Gordon, and Gordon making the withdrawal from the bank. Ups the lead to 52-24.
Drives in, step back. Can't make it. Oh, she gets a rebound snag right over her head. If she was boxing out, that would have been over the back foul. But it happens when you get caught lacking.
Smith with the dribble at the top of the key. Bounces, hands off to Eads.
Making it. Oh, foul. We go back to the last of 2 points.
So Eads at the line. Back to the line, made 2 of 2 the last time there about a minute ago. Gets the roll on the first one. And Princess Hardin now checks in for Rylan Moffitt. Hardin also a freshman, as is Eads. 2 of 2 from the line for Eads, so she continues to put the points up. And 54-26. Gilliard with the spin and
Almost went in.
couldn't get the roll. She'll go to the line though. 4 minutes left. Neil Fisher, Keith Dickerson, and Andrew Jernigan bring you action from Mustang Gymnasium over on the southeast side of Maitland, Apopka, Florida. And of course, handling our camera is Jose Rojas.
Oh, Lewis.
Lewis
It's all
Rojas,
right.
excuse me.
Mister,
Lewis.
you haven't substituted in a while, so you don't know these kids.
Ajalon Giller unable to get either free throw.
Oh, a little fight over the ball there.
Going Wekiva's way.
And so Wekiva will take over possession, 54-26. 3:20 remaining. And now West Orange has played full court defense throughout the second half. Hasn't really affected Wekiva much. Again, they've led from start to finish. The biggest lead as much as 36 and currently enjoy a 28-point lead as we drop under 3 minutes to play. Eads from downtown, drain the ring.
I've lost count, but man, all night she's been nailing those 3-pointers.
Yeah, she's gone 3 points, 2 points free throw. She's putting them up from all over. That's Gilliard, unable to get it, and a strong rebound for Hardin, who checked in a couple minutes ago. Eads with the bounce pass along the baseline. Back out to Eads. Stop, pop, and drop yet again.
If this is what she's doing as a freshman, we're going to be very excited to see what she does the next few years here.
Absolutely. 60-26, 2:15 remaining. Wekiva's dominated the usually tough West Orange Warriors tonight. Gilliard unable to get the tray, and ball was saved. Probably probably better off to just let that ball go out of bounds. And now McCarthy's going to take her turn.
3 is off.
Kicks off the heel.
Some team competition possibly going on there to see who can get them.
Gilliard with the dribble, handoff. Back to Gilliard. He's going to drive the left lane and score it.
Dang it, my point prediction. No.
Andrew's Vegas betting is off of
All
that.
right.
And,
It can still be close.
and we are down now to the last minute and a half. And again, Wekiva's dominated from start to finish. They scored the first 4 points, have had a lead as much as 36, shot around 60% from the field, which also means when you're shooting that high that you're getting good quality shots. You're getting the ball inside a lot, and you're also getting a lot of open shots around the perimeter. So one last shout out to Luis Rojas, who has handled our video aspect of the broadcast tonight.
And good luck in soccer next week. Didn't even know we were talking, so good job. Were you saying thanks?
And so Wekiva is going to get the ball one last time. That's Theo.
Oh, she's done with the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. With 20 seconds left with a running clock. What
I
happens?
assume the game will end on these 2
I was
shots,
gonna say,
correct?
Yes. That's
What
right.
happens if she's shooting while does she get to finish off her shots?
That's Stephanie White at the line, and the game will. She does get to shoot the 2 free throws. So we are now. There's your final second ticking off.
I think Biaggi scared her on that last one.
Well, and so 1 of 2, and that finishes out the game. That'll take us to the end of the game. Your final score, 61-28 from Mustang Gymnasium. Wekiva ups its record to 12-3, a dominating performance leading from start to finish. The West Orange Warriors will drop to 11-6, and we will see you next Monday. Is it soccer at the?
Yeah, let me pull that schedule up.
So again,
I
thank you.
keep forgetting.
Thank you for joining us. Of course, we wish Mark Varsity the best in his return. For those of you who are not aware, Mark Varsity is following COVID protocols. He is fine. He is healthy, but he does have to go through a mandatory quarantine period.
He is suffering from cabin fever, he said. Monday will be girls soccer against West Orange, so the Warriors will be back here.
Okay, so we will see you for that broadcast next week. And again, thank you for joining us. And we say have a good weekend and take care.
They turned the scoreboard off, Gwen. They're jerks. But thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Mr. Fisher. Thanks, Lewis. Everybody have a great night. Shout out to Coach Biaggi again for doing everything here. So take care, everybody.